Hello, Wonder Child. Are you ready for bedtime? Great. Then let me tell you a story about Pota Carl, the little hippo, and why the Meerkats were in great danger. Once upon a time, there was a little hippo named Pota Carl, who lived in the zoo with many other animal children. Pota Carl was very curious and already went to the animal kindergarten. It was a sunny day, and Pota Carl walked back and forth in his enclosure, sniffing around here and there. In the background, he could hear the loud noise of construction workers using excavators. The zoo was being renovated, a new enclosure for the group of monkeys, and some excavators were digging up the ground and making quite a racket. Suddenly, Tinka, the little cat, jumped over the fence. She was very excited and said, "Pota Carl, you have to come quickly. You have to help us. The Meerkats are in great danger." "Oh dear," said Pota Carl. "What is going on?" "Yes, come quickly," said Cat Tinker. But it wasn't that fast. First, Pota Carl had to get out of his enclosure. But the cat Tinker and Pota Carl together knew a trick to open the enclosure. The door opened, and Tinker ran ahead. Pota Carl followed. They ran past the tiger enclosure, where the tiger cub just looked at how fast Pota Carl was with the cat. And when they arrived at the Meerkat enclosure, the Meerkats were already in great excitement. A big excavator stood threateningly close to the Meerkat enclosure. Pota Carl immediately recognized the danger. The excavator driver couldn't see the little Meerkats, and the big excavator was getting closer to the Meerkat's burrow. Then Pota Carl thought to himself, "I'm big, and you can see me well." He ran quickly to the excavator and stood in front of it, saying, "Hello, Mr. Excavator Driver. Look here over there. Do the Meerkats live there?" "You have to be careful not to drive over the house of the Meerkats." The excavator driver stopped and was very surprised that a hippo was talking to him. But he listened to what Pota Carl said. He turned around and saw that he was very close to the Meerkat burrow. Oh, he also got a little shock, and the Meerkats were all standing there looking very scared. They thought their house was going to be run over. But now the danger was averted, and Pota Carl sat down with the Meerkats, and the cat Tinka sat down too. The Meerkats could calm down for a while, because there was no more danger. They talked for a while and exchanged their latest experiences and stories, because all animal children always have something to report. They see all day what kind of kids, especially human kids, come to the zoo, and what they bring with them, whether they have strollers or balloons. So Pota Carl and the Meerkats had a lot to talk about. And after a while, Pota Carl said goodbye, and Tinker the cat asked, "Pota Carl, can I ride on your back?" "Yes," said Pota Carl, "you're not that heavy. Just jump on top." And Tinker the cat jumped on Pota Carl's back, and Pota Carl walked proudly through the zoo, back towards his enclosure. Suddenly the zoo director appeared. He was already quite excited, because he had seen that the door of the hippo enclosure was open. And he said, "Hey, Pota Carlchen, what are you doing out here?" Pota Carl replied, "Can't you see it, sir? I'm with Tinka the cat, and we just saved the Meerkats." The zoo director was impressed and said, "Well done, Pota Carl, but now please go back to your own enclosure. The visitors might get confused if they see a hippo walking around freely in the zoo." "Okay," said Pota Carl, "I'm going back to my enclosure now." Pota Carl was happy to go back to his pool after all the excitement. Hippos love to swim and play in the water, and Pota Carl was no exception. After swimming in his pool for a while, Pota Carl was exhausted. He couldn't wait to go to bed and dream of the Meerkats, the big digger, and his beautiful pool. That's the end of today's story. Sleep tight, wonder child. Tomorrow there will be a new story. Good night.